Here at Forge in Memory, I've actually got the lights off on Axon Main because it's been hot enough the past few days that we haven't had too many people in, except for the past few days for those awesome people who like to brave the heat, get out, forge some blades, and throw some axes. Um, I'm in the process of sending off an order. Well, an order. I can barely call it an order because a friend of mine asked me to do these, and 50 caliber machine gun barrel karambits and a couple other pieces, and uh, these are going out probably tomorrow. Kydex is not broken in yet, but cool pieces. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And what I'm going to do, I want to talk about one of my favorite knives that I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's over here on the counter because I was just using it, and that's my Honey Badger flipper. Now, what am I going to talk about on this knife? Is there anything I'd change? Not a whole hell of a lot. In fact, I kind of like this weird, not quite an olive drab green handle, but the texture, it works quite well for grip. The serrated choil and on the spine of the blade for my forefinger, my thumb. I can't wait to use this once hunting season hits. Um, this is an awesome knife. Okay, so coming tomorrow makes 1 month that I've had this knife. Now that's not very long, but this is my now everyday carry, at least for the next year, unless it fails, in which case I'll replace it. Now, knives that I've used for EDCs, there was one I wish I'd have done a video on that was D2 that I picked up for $30 at Blade Show back in 2018, I think it was. And then I carried a Boker Kalashnikov that was semi-serrated. I think I ended up giving that to Chad Enos. Um, but I went ahead and I replaced it with a fine edge, and that's kind of what I like is a fine edge. Now I've got a modified Boker. I'll have to look and see what model it is that a friend of mine, James Stone, gave me, and I quit carrying it because for the next year I'm carrying this Honey Badger flipper right here. How's it going? And I've done a few different videos on the reviews of this. So right now we're at, I mean, like I said, as of tomorrow, it makes a month that I've been carrying this. I've been using this. And when I say I've been using it, I don't mean that, oh, I had to cut a string off my shirt and I got this out. No, I've been using this to fix supper. I've been using this to fix lunch. I've been using this for food prep. I've been using this to cut cardboard boxes. I've been using this for, to cut open packaging, cut splinters out of my hand. I have been using this knife exclusively. I have been using this knife exclusively for going on a month now, and I'm pretty happy with it. Now, I want to let you know, how has this changed since I got it? Well, there's some abrasion to the blade. There's a couple scratches. It's not a coated blade. That's going to happen. There was a little bit of oxidation. So this is let's see, it's 80 CR13 MOV. So maybe somewhat stain resistant, but not completely stain resistant. Like I said, I've cut up a lot. I've cut up a lot of food, and a lot of food is acidic, so that does wear on a piece. Now, I haven't taken this apart yet. Keep in mind that in the original video, or past two videos, I let you guys know that it does come with a wrench so that you can dismantle and maintain this. What have I done to this since? I have lubricated my pivot point on this with some of the oil we brought back from Blade Show, and we're actually going to be buying that in bulk now, which is Wolf Premium Oils. I've been using this on my knife. I've been using this on a lot of knives, and applying, and I guarantee I'm applying too much, but this is getting carried in my pocket, and we produce a lot of dust here in the shop, and producing a lot of dust, you create a lot of grit. But right there, I don't know if this has bearings or not, but this thing flips great. I'm really happy with the lock. I like the way this feels. What else have I done to this? Well, after a little bit of use, I went ahead and I took a kitchen steel to it. It still popped a few hairs. It was shaving sharp when I got it. I popped a few hairs with it, and I was like, okay, well, that works. How long can I keep doing this? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, why would I not recut that bevel? Now, it's got this long wedge bevel on it. And I did recut a secondary bevel, and I'm happy with that. This works quite well. And I got to say, as far as edge retention and overall performance, if Honey Badger's at Blade Show again next year, I'm going to buy another. I've had several people that I've shown this to. They say, I want one, you know. I just hope they're the same price, you know. If I've got to order one online, I'll order one online. But I kind of want to let the guys know that I've been really happy with this particular piece. Now, I don't think this is necessary right here. Now, I mean, I guess if you want to just, you know, do one of these, you can. You know, as far as one-handed options, you want to flip it like that, you can. Having that trigger right there, I just like it as a flipper. I really do. So to me, that could actually be omitted. The thumb hole could be omitted, but there's also cases where maybe you're under your vehicle and you need to cut a hose or something like that. And maybe it's safer, maybe it's just a matter of preference on using that thumb hole right there. And there's no thumb stud to get in the way when you're sharpening. That's a wonderful thing to me, is there's nothing obtrusive about this. And as I've said before, the one improvement that they could do on this is make that design right there as a fixed blade. Make that as a fixed blade. Full tang, do the scales, make that as a fixed blade. I would carry that knife. Sure as hell would. Do I have a katana? I have a lot of katanas, actually, and I do some reviews on those as well, if you check out some of my other YouTube videos. Once more, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You're asking about, over there, those are Wakizashis from, they're Cobra Steel from Windlass. My Hanwei Viking sword, which I'll do some more, I'll actually do some cutting videos with that. Some custom laser engraved axes from Iron Mountain Metalcraft. Robbie Bowman from Forged in Fire, seasons 3 and 4, episodes 5. You can also see myself on season 4, episode 2 of Forged in Fire, and season 1, episode 1 of Master of Arms on Discovery Channel. But yeah, a lot of my stuff I end up using for decor in the shop, like that Cass Hanwei Claymore, the basket hilts. There's some cold steel axes. There's a lot of cool stuff, and I like cool things. Daria Lopez, hello. But yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Now, I want to get back to this particular knife, and I was talking to Cheyenne on the phone just a little bit ago, or messaging actually. We were talking earlier today. And I was like, I'm getting this order ready to get shipped out, and I don't need a box that's this tall. So generally what I do with my boxes is I'll just come in here and I trim that down to kind of make a telescopic box out of it, and it reinforces the edges. So if anybody's getting an order from me, you can expect that I generally ship things pretty well packed. And I've been using this blade for pretty much everything. Once more, I'm really looking forward to hunting season, because this is going to be my squirrel knife, my deer knife, whatever. My favorite knife, Philip, yes I can. I can show you a couple of my favorites. And Leon, greetings from Germany. Well, thank you, sir. I'm here in the U.S., and greetings to you as well. Some of my favorite blades are right over here in this case. And I'll just show you guys some of my favorite blades since you asked. Now, this is from Fox Knives, and it's technically not a karambit. This was designed by Doug Marcada. Had Doug sign it right there. happened to win this at a giveaway at Blade Show a few years back. And this is a multi-tool. It's an MK multi-tool. And I've never carried it or used it, but, you know, it's just kind of a keepsake. I really like that. So it's on display here in the shop. Another one of my favorite blades. This is a copper leaf-shaped blade that I actually forged down at Turtle Island. If you guys watch History Channel, watch Mountain Men, Eustace Conway. Which actually, there's pictures of us with Eustace right over there. And we'll be down there September 6th and 7th teaching again. This is one we teach for the survival knife making classes. It's a very cool piece. So it's just something of sentiment to me. And I was asked to show some of my favorite blades. So that's what I'm doing right now. This was recently photographed and it's been submitted for publication. This is my personal Bowie knife that I carry when we go to Turtle Island and some places. I may make a different one for this year since this one is maybe a little more collectible. But it's forged out of spring steel. The elk antler handle has my mark engraved in the bottom there. And then I'm going to show you guys another one of my favorites. And that is right here. This is a blade that I exhibited at Blade Show. This is Meteorite Damascus. It took me about 35 hours and $3,500 to make that blade. It's nickel iron meteorite, 1095 and 15 and 20, 100 plus year old wrought iron fittings and human femur bone for the handle. This is published on page 227 of Knives 2023. And it's made it into a few other publications. So as far as my favorite blades, I think those count as my favorite blades. That one is for sale here in the shop. For the first $12,000 it comes in, you can have it. But it's not in a hurry to go anywhere. And as I was saying, what's coming up to be one of my favorite knives is this honey badger right here. I only paid $30 for it, so it's not something I'm worried about tearing up, but it seems to be well made, and performance-wise, it seems to perform very well. So I'm quite happy with this. And I'm curious to see how the company continues to grow and what they might produce. Now, there were a lot of different blade styles that you could get this in. I know they had 3 on special Blade Show, and I've told this story several times before. When I walked by the booth, their booth or table in the small room, the guy showed me the small one. He's like, "Oh, this one, it was an orange handle," and he's like, "Oh, this is only $25." And I said, "Oh, what about the other ones?" And he's like, "Well, that one's 30 and that one's 35." And I said, "Well, I want this one." So, it was one of those things that I'm all about trying different products, and especially good products. And I've got to say that so far, I'm thinking this is a good product. Now, what's going to happen to this once a year's up? Well, it might just get put up, or I might give it to someone. It's hard to say, but it is at the very least a cool blade. It's got a wide blade, it's got a substantial spine, and it has a nice thin profile to it. Overall, so for Honey Badger, absolutely got to recommend it. And I'll probably do some more videos on future developments on this. So, guys, we'll catch you in a few. Be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. We'll catch you later.